Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we delve into the lives of remarkable individuals to uncover the intricacies of human character and the timeless lessons that emerge from their experiences. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Tony Curtis, a Hollywood legend whose charismatic presence on screen belied a complex and intriguing personality. Born Bernard Schwartz on June 3, 1925 in the Bronx, New York, Tony Curtis's early years were marked by the harsh realities of poverty and the vibrant cultural tapestry of his Jewish immigrant community. As we step into the world of young Bernard Schwartz, we find ourselves in the midst of the Great Depression, an era of unprecedented economic hardship that had a profound impact on families like the Schwartzes. The year was 1925, and the Bronx was a bustling hub of immigrant communities, with streets lined with pushcart vendors, delicatessens, and small shops. The air was thick with the smells of freshly baked bread, pickled herring, and roasting chestnuts, and the sounds of Yiddish, Italian, and English filled the air. Tony's father, Emmanuel, worked as a skycap at the local railroad station, struggling to make ends meet in a job that paid barely enough to put food on the table. The young Bernard grew up in a small apartment in a tenement building on East 63rd Street, surrounded by the sights, sounds, and smells of a bustling urban neighborhood. The Schwartz family's apartment was a cozy but cramped space, with peeling plaster walls, creaky wooden floors, and a perpetual smell of cooking oil and stale air. Tony's mother, Helen, a former shopgirl, managed the household and cared for Tony and his two brothers, Julius and Robert, with a fierce devotion that bordered on sacrifice. Despite the economic hardships, the Schwartz family valued education and encouraged their children to pursue their interests, recognizing that knowledge and creativity were the keys to unlocking a better future. Tony's childhood was filled with the rich traditions of Jewish culture, including weekly visits to the local synagogue, where he would sit in awe of the cantor's soaring melodies and the rabbi's wise words. He celebrated holidays like Passover and Hanukkah with his family, feasting on matzo ball soup, latkes, and sufganiot, and listening to stories of his ancestors' struggles and triumphs. However, it was also marked by difficulties, including his parents' frequent arguments and the strain of living in a cramped, noisy environment. To escape the tensions at home, Tony often found solace in the movies, sneaking into the local cinema to watch matinees of swashbuckling adventures and romantic comedies. These early encounters with the magic of film would later inspire his own aspirations to become an actor. As a young boy, Tony attended Public School 82, where he excelled in sports, particularly boxing, and developed a passion for drawing and art. His parents, recognizing his talent, encouraged him to pursue his creative interests, and Tony spent hours sketching and painting, often using his brothers as models. He would spend hours observing the world around him, studying the way light fell on the faces of his subjects, and experimenting with different techniques to capture their essence on paper. This early exposure to the arts would later influence his approach to acting, as he sought to bring a sense of authenticity and emotional depth to his performances. The historical context of Tony's early years was marked by significant events that shaped his character and future path. The Great Depression, with its widespread poverty and unemployment, had a profound impact on the Schwartz family, instilling in Tony a strong work ethic and determination to succeed. He saw firsthand the effects of economic hardship on his community, as families struggled to make ends meet and neighbors came together to support one another. The rise of fascist regimes in Europe, including Nazi Germany, also loomed large in the consciousness of the Jewish community, fostering a sense of solidarity and social responsibility that would later influence Tony's involvement in humanitarian causes. As Tony entered his teenage years, he began to explore his interests in acting, joining the local drama club at DeWitt Clinton High School and landing small roles in school plays. His parents, though skeptical of the stability of an acting career, supported his endeavors, recognizing the importance of creative expression in their son's life. It was during this period that Tony started to develop a sense of self, experimenting with different personas and exploring the boundaries between reality and fiction, a theme that would recur throughout his life and career. He would often stay up late at night, poring over scripts and practicing his lines in front of the mirror, lost in the world of make-believe. The influences of Tony's early years were multifaceted and far-reaching, shaping his personality, values, and artistic vision. As Tony Curtis navigated the tumultuous landscape of his late teenage years, he found himself increasingly enthralled by the world of acting. The allure of the stage and screen offered a tantalizing escape from the hardships of his childhood, a means to transcend the poverty and difficulties that had defined his early life in the Bronx. With an unbridled passion for creative expression, Tony sensed that acting could provide an outlet for his energies, allowing him to tap into a deep wellspring of emotions and experiences that had been simmering beneath the surface. In 1943, at the age of 18, Tony made the pivotal decision to enlist in the United States Navy, serving on the submarine USS Proteus during World War II. This period of military service would prove to be a transformative experience, exposing Tony to a broader world beyond the confines of his neighborhood, and instilling in him a sense of discipline and responsibility that would serve as a cornerstone for his future success. As he navigated the challenges of naval life, Tony discovered a newfound appreciation for the value of hard work, teamwork, and camaraderie, essential qualities that would later become hallmarks of his approach to acting. Following his honorable discharge from the Navy in 1945, Tony Curtis began to pursue acting with renewed fervor, enrolling in the prestigious New York Drama School. It was during this period that he adopted the stage name, Tony Curtis, reportedly inspired by the novel Anthony Adverse by Hervey Allen. As Tony navigated the early stages of his career, he encountered a number of influential figures who would shape his development as an actor. One such mentor was the renowned director and acting coach, Joshua Logan, whose guidance and expertise helped Tony refine his craft and hone his skills. This period of apprenticeship allowed Tony to learn from established actors and directors, absorbing valuable insights into the art of performance and the nuances of storytelling. One of Tony's earliest notable roles was in the 1949 film Criss Cross, directed by Robert Siodmak, where he played a minor but memorable part alongside Burt Lancaster. This experience not only provided valuable exposure, but also allowed him to work alongside seasoned actors, learning from their approaches and absorbing the intricacies of filmmaking. As his career gained momentum, Tony began to appear in a range of films, including The Prince Who Was a Thief, 1951, and Houdini, 1953. The latter of which marked one of his first starring roles and showcased his growing versatility as an actor. The mid-1950s proved to be a pivotal period for Tony Curtis as he started to secure more substantial and challenging roles. His performance in the 1957 film Sweet Smell of Success, directed by Alexander McKendrick, is particularly noteworthy, as it demonstrated his ability to portray complex, nuanced characters. In this film, Tony played Sidney Falco, a ruthless and ambitious press agent, opposite Burt Lancaster's powerful newspaper columnist, J.J. Hunsaker. The chemistry between the two leads was palpable, and their on-screen dynamic added depth to the exploration of themes such as power, corruption, and the darker aspects of human nature. As Tony's star continued to rise, he found himself at the center of a whirlwind of attention, with his personal life becoming increasingly scrutinized by the media. His first marriage, to actress Janet Leigh in 1951, was highly publicized, and the couple's subsequent divorce in 1962 would be equally sensationalized. Despite these challenges, Tony remained committed to his craft, using the experiences and emotions that arose from his personal life as fuel for his performances. Tony's collaboration with director Billy Wilder on the 1959 comedy Some Like It Hot is often cited as one of the highlights of his career. Starring alongside Jack Lemmon and Marilyn Monroe, Tony played Joe, a saxophonist who disguises himself as a woman to escape the mob in this hilarious and enduring classic. The film's success can be attributed, in part, to the undeniable chemistry between the leads, as well as Wilder's masterful direction, which balanced humor with poignant moments of pathos. Some Like It Hot not only cemented Tony Curtis's status as a leading man, but also demonstrated his ability to excel in comedic roles, showcasing a previously unseen facet of his acting range. The 1960s saw Tony Curtis continue to appear in a wide range of films, from dramas like Spartacus, 1960, where he played the role of Antoninus, a slave and gladiator, to comedies such as The Great Race, 1965, which reunited him with director Blake Edwards. His portrayal of the charming and cunning Leslie Gallant in The Great Race showcased Tony's ability to play complex, multifaceted characters, and his on-screen chemistry with co-star Natalie Wood added a sparkling dynamic to the film. Throughout his career, Tony Curtis remained committed to exploring the human condition through his performances, often drawing upon his own experiences and emotions to bring depth and nuance to his roles. As he navigated the ever-changing landscape of Hollywood, Tony found himself at the forefront of a new era in cinema, one that would be marked by increased experimentation and innovation. Through his performances, Tony Curtis left an indelible mark on the world of cinema, inspiring generations of actors and filmmakers to follow in his footsteps. And though the spotlight may have shone brightly upon him at times, Tony remained humble and grounded, always recognizing the value of hard work, creativity, and the unwavering support of those around him. As Tony Curtis's career continued to evolve, he found himself becoming increasingly selective about his projects, choosing roles that allowed him to explore the complexities of the human condition with unflinching intensity. The 1970s and 1980s saw him appear in a diverse range of films, from the gripping drama, The Boston Strangler, where he played the titular role of Albert DeSalvo, to the light-hearted comedy Sex and the Single Girl, showcasing his versatility as an actor. Despite the varying quality of these productions, Tony's dedication to his craft remained unwavering, and he consistently brought a level of depth and nuance to his performances that captivated audiences and critics alike. As he navigated the ever-changing landscape of Hollywood, Tony Curtis found solace in his craft, often immersing himself in his characters to uncover the intricacies of their psyches. His preparation for roles was meticulous, involving extensive research and a willingness to take risks that would push him out of his comfort zone. This commitment to authenticity earned him the respect of his peers and the admiration of his fans, who saw in him a true artist driven by a passion for storytelling. In his later years, Tony Curtis discovered a new medium through which to express himself: painting. His artwork, characterized by vibrant colors and bold brushstrokes, was exhibited in galleries around the world, revealing a previously unseen facet of his creative personality. This newfound passion allowed him to tap into a different aspect of his imagination, one that was both deeply personal and creatively fulfilling. As he once said, "I've always been fascinated by the way art can capture the essence of the human experience," and his own paintings reflect this fascination with the complexities and mysteries of life. Tony Curtis's life was marked by both triumph and tragedy, a tumultuous journey of highs and lows that tested his resolve and resilience. He faced numerous challenges in his personal and professional life, from the intense scrutiny of the public eye to the demons he battled within himself. Despite these setbacks, he remained a determined individual, always seeking to push himself creatively and explore new avenues of expression. In 2010, Tony Curtis passed away at the age of 85, leaving behind a remarkable legacy that spans over 6 decades. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from the film community, with many of his colleagues and admirers paying homage to his enduring impact on the world of cinema. As Billy Wilder once said, Tony Curtis was a true original, a man who brought a unique blend of charm, wit, and vulnerability to every role he played. This sentiment echoed the sentiments of countless others who had the privilege of working with him or being inspired by his work. Today, Tony Curtis is remembered as one of the most iconic actors of Hollywood's golden age, a man whose charisma and talent captivated audiences around the world. His films continue to be celebrated for their timeless appeal, offering insights into the human condition that remain as relevant today as they were when they were first released. His influence can be seen in the work of countless actors and filmmakers who have followed in his footsteps, seeking to capture some of the magic he brought to the screen. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring power of art to capture our imaginations and inspire us to greatness. Through his work, he left an indelible mark on the world of cinema, one that continues to inspire new generations of artists and audiences alike. As we celebrate his legacy, we honor not just an actor, but a true artist who continues to inspire us with his work, reminding us of the transformative power of art to touch our hearts, challenge our minds, and uplift our spirits. That's all for today's Biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.